Hey guys, it's Bonnie. It's that time of year again. It's the Booktube-A-Thon. If you don't know, the Booktube-A-Thon is a readathon that takes place every summer. I'll leave all the links that you need to learn about everything down below. So each year there are reading challenges and video challenges. So I'm basing my TBR on the reading challenges, as I always do, because I like completing challenges, even though completing them doesn't actually, get you anything. It's just a nice sense of accomplishment, and who doesn't need that? So the first challenge is to let a coin toss decide your first read. So I don't have a normal coin, but I do have this token for my movie theater's arcade that we're gonna use. One side is a little cat looking thing and the other part just says non-refundable. So the books I'm gonna be choosing between is The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur and Stolen by Lucy Christopher. So just going by alphabetical order, we'll say Stolen will be heads and The Sun and Her Flowers will be tails. I'm really bad at flipping coins, so don't judge me. I'm just gonna, I don't know how to make it spin and look nice, Ooh. It is tails. So that means my first read is gonna be The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur. I have not read the first poetry collection by Rupi Kaur, which is Milk and Honey. I've heard kind of mixed things about it, but I heard a lot better things about this one. Basically, Whitney said that this one was good and she didn't really like Milk and Honey, and because I trust her opinion, I'm gonna read this one, and I got this one instead of the first one. Okay. Challenge number 2 is to read a book about something that you want to do. So for this, I'm gonna read Stolen because I want to get kidnapped. Just kidding, or am I? For this, I'm going to read The Opposite of Loneliness by Marina Keegan. It's kind of a stretch because this is a collection of essays and I would like to be a writer. So I don't know if any of the essays are about writing, but there is a nonfiction section and she wanted to be a writer, so I'm gonna assume that one of them will apply. I really looked on my TBR shelf for something that had something I want to do, and I just couldn't find anything more concrete than this. So we're gonna do this. Like I said, The Opposite of Loneliness is a collection of essays by Marina Keegan, who tragically 5 days after she graduated from Yale died in a car crash. And so after one of her essays went viral, her friends and family and colleagues put this together, a collection of some of her essays that she wrote during her time at Yale. I have read the first one in this, which is the one that I think went viral, and it hit me hard, so I think this is gonna be really good. Challenge number 3, read a book and watch its movie adaptation. For this, I am going to read Prince Caspian from The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. I have never read this, and I never watched the movie. Perfect timing. Challenge number 4 is to read a book with green on the cover. For this, I'm going to read Speak, the graphic novel by Laurie Halse Anderson with artwork by Emily Carroll. As you can see, there is some green on the cover. There's a pretty little leaf. I read Speak a long time ago in like 8th grade. And so when they came out with this graphic novel version of it, I was like, hell yeah. So it'll be really interesting to revisit this story in a completely different fashion. This is a very heavy story about a girl that has stopped speaking after something tragic happened to her. I remember it being really hard hitting in 8th grade, so I'm sure it's gonna be just as hard hitting now. Challenge number 5 is to read a book while wearing the same hat. This is kind of a strange challenge. For this, I'm going to read She by Saul Williams, which is a poem. Last year for the Booktube-A-Thon, I read Said the Shotgun to the Head by Saul Williams, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm really excited to jump into this one, and it's super short, so it'll be good to read while I'm wearing a hat. The 6th challenge is to read a book with a beautiful spine. Now, I was looking at my TBR shelf, and I'm like, none of you really have beautiful spines. But then I realized that a book comes out during the week of the Booktube-A-Thon that I'm pretty sure has a pretty spine because all the other books in the series does, and from what I've seen of it online, it looks pretty. So for this, I'm going with The Darkest Legacy by Alexandra Brecken. This is the 4th book in the Darkest Minds series. It's kind of like a spin-off because it is given a different narrator. I think all the spines for the Darkest Minds series are really nice. They correlate very well with the cover, and I'm pretty sure this one is like really golden and beautiful, so I can't wait because The Darkest Minds is one of my favorite series, so this is gonna be a good read. And finally, the last challenge is to just read 7 books, which is the classic Always Here Booktube-A-Thon challenge. Now, honestly, this might change depending on my mood at the time, but I only need one more book to complete this challenge, so right now I think that'll be When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. This is a cute contemporary book that'll just go by really fast, will probably be great to listen to on audiobook, and I think will round out my other books very well. So that is my TBR for the Booktube-A-Thon 2018. Let me know if you are participating in the Booktube-A-Thon, and let me know what books you're going to be reading if you are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!